And next up, we have John Wolfe talking about his new short film here at the Utah Film Festival. Hey, John.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Super excited to be here.
Excellent. Tell us about your film and maybe a little bit about kind of the plot. What's it about? You know, all of your little log line, whatever you want us to know.
Right, everything. So it's called Just One Look. And it's about a group of college students who go up to this insanely sinister, really old haunted school to look in through the windows for fun. Except there's something waiting on the other side to fatally surprise them.
So is it a horror film?
It's a horror, yeah.
Awesome. Tell me about what was the filmmaking process like for you? From casting to pre-production, how was that process? This is not your first film.
No.
Okay, so tell me about what this one was like for you.
So our locations inspired the story. They are mad unconventional. One of them is an abandoned apartment building that's on 900 East behind BYU. And it is full of cults, it's full of crazy people, and we went in there to film. The other one is an old middle school, Dixon Middle School, that is almost 100 years old, super scary, super creepy. I've always liked exploring properties and buildings, and my co-producer Cameron, who's also my cousin and my filmmaking partner in crime, explored these properties with me. And we would look in through the windows of the school, we'd walk into the abandoned apartment building, and we thought, we have to make a movie about people who did this, but something actually happened.
Very
Because nothing
cool.
happened to us. But
In your fantasy world it did.
Yeah, so for the school, I just became very good friends with the principal. Dixon Middle School shut down now. They have a new middle school, but while it was there, John was his name, and I became good friends with him, and I gained his trust, and he allowed us to do full overnight shoots in there.
Wow.
And it was definitely haunted. A lot of stuff happened to us while we were there. And
Creepy.
the other property, there was nobody to get permission from. We don't know who owned it, so we just Terminator 2'd it, and we just went into the property and we just shot.
Well, I'm glad that nobody came to kick you out or the police didn't show up.
I wasn't scared of the police. I was scared of who was already in there.
Well, I'm glad everyone made it out alive. I'm assuming everyone made it out alive.
We did.
Okay.
Not in the story, but
okay, but
in real life we did. Yeah.
Good enough. So that's fascinating. So your locations came before the story did.
They became before. Yeah, the locations just created the story out of their pure existence, really.
Okay. How large of a cast is in this? How many?
Well, we got
characters?
6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you do like a traditional casting with auditions, or did you kind of know people that you just brought on board?
2 characters, I knew them, or 2 characters that I knew the actors. Okay. David von Frankenhusen, he might be in one of the other movies here. He's a very prominent actor in Utah, and he kills it every time. He is so good, especially like a bad guy character. Holy crap, he's the best. So I was like, David, you gotta play the cult leader in this movie. But everybody else, we just casted. My friend Michael, I let him play the dead janitor.
A little cameo.
Yeah.
Good. Have you ever wanted to be in front of the camera?
Maybe just like a cameo.
Okay. You could be like do like the Alfred Hitchcock thing.
Like an Alfred Hitchcock thing. I'm much more like just to be pulling the strings behind, but I wouldn't mind just to show up for a second.
Yeah, it'd be kind of fun. There were obvious challenges, I'm sure, with your locations, but was there anything that came up during the filming that was kind of like the big, can we make it past this, like, obstacle?
Well,
anything challenging?
Yeah, well, there were lots of things. They mostly happened in the school, and they really had to do with time, more of the production side, less of the storytelling. We just were all over the school, and there weren't a whole ton of us moving equipment around. So more on the producing side. Okay. It was just you would get late, everyone would get tired. We want to wrap on time. It was mostly that. So, sometimes the actors would be actually kind of too scared to do the scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
I would tell the actors, go into this side of the school by yourself to get ready for the scene, and then go and film. And the big, scary, dark gym, the actor, Lucas, he didn't even want to walk in by himself.
Oh my goodness.
Like, as the character in the movie where something scary could happen in real life, he didn't want to walk into the gym by himself. So
wow.
I think everyone was just really scared of the school, and that also posed a lot of challenges. But I think it made even the movie better.
Well, yeah, it had to, as long as everyone, again, came out alive.
In real life.
Yes. So what's next for you? Do you have anything in the works for next year's festival, or just in general? What's going on in your filmmaking head?
Feature film.
Okay.
Yes. I got something coming up. I won't talk about too much, but it's going to involve Mutual, the dating app, and a comedy.
Very fun.
Comedy, a feature. So.
Very cool. So you don't have it written yet?
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
And you're ready?
I'm ready. Looking to get funding this year. Already talking with someone. So.
Excellent. That's exciting.
Yeah.
And you'll have to submit it to the Utah Film Festival next year.
Every year, yeah.
Tell me something surprising about you that no one would know.
That nobody would know.
That most people wouldn't know about you. Some little surprising tidbit of nothing, shocking. I don't know. Do you have a weird hobby?
No. I'm not really good at listening to people.
Really?
And I think that's my spark.
Okay.
I'm not really good at following rules. Hence, we decided to go shoot in that abandoned apartment building.
Okay.
And it really works well for me. I think people that follow rules a little too much, they really limit themselves on their creativity because they're constantly comparing. Like, is this work? Will this work? Do other people do this? Mm-hmm. I'm the exact opposite. I don't really give a crap. So it really helps me to just be, I guess, infinite in my creative exploration.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you said this isn't your first film. How did you get your start in filmmaking?
Film school, UVU.
Okay.
Just met great people, made awesome things. That's not the first time I wanted to be a filmmaker. My friends and I in high school, we created, I guess it was like a pseudo film studio called Crimson Legacy Studios, and I don't think any of those other guys in the moment were actually thinking of doing it seriously forever, but I was. In that moment I was, and I still am. And so we started Crimson Legacy Film Studios, and we made a couple of short films. We made a commercial for Mutual, and now we're gonna have a feature coming up.
Very cool.
And just go up from here.
I love it. You're killing it.
Thank you.
Is there anything you learned on this film set that you can kind of take into your next feature to kind of, it was like, okay, lesson learned. I'll do that better next time.
I think the number one thing is, and everybody was great, crew members and the actors, is you got to pre-screen the heck out of everybody that you're inviting onto your set.
Interesting.
Both in front of the camera and behind them,
Okay.
You got to make sure everybody is 100% right there with you.
Interesting. You ran into some issues with it.
Every film I have, it's not singular to this one, and I think any filmmaker can tell you that. Be best friends with your first AD. Make sure that everyone that can on their own make a crucial impact on the film is right up there with you, and we're gonna do some HR stuff. Just do some heavy HR stuff and make sure that side is gonna be intact. But
yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Anything else you want us to know about your film? Or personally, before we let you go?
Yeah, it's almost like a new genre. I call it haunted house horror because you go into the school with the character, and just like a haunted house, you kind of go and check out the different rooms as he's kind of investigating something. And it has like a slow pace, but it's not a slow burn in the way where you're not stimulated. It's very stimulating. The atmosphere is insane. I mean, the atmosphere of being inside the school is insane. There's lots of noises. We added to the noises with a really cool score, and you got to go see it. You got to go inside the school. Very cool. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I'm excited to see it.
Thank you. I'm excited for you guys to see it.
All right. Well, we are going to be back with more interviews of more filmmakers here at the Utah Film Festival.